Can I thank Gail Ross for bringing this important debate to the Chamber? It's one that I think is important to all of us as we strive to make equality and protection for women and girls absolutely mandatory. Can I also thank Close the Gap for their comprehensive briefing. As Gail Ross explained, Equally Safe at Work is a world-leading employer accreditation programme being piloted in 7 councils throughout 2019, the councils outlined by Gail Ross. The programme has been developed by Close the Gap and supports the implementation of Equally Safe Scotland's strategy to prevent and eradicate violence against women and girls. The strategy recognises that violence against women is a cause and consequence of gender inequality. As co-convener of the cross-party group on violence against women and children, the reality of gender violence is shocking. This programme focuses on women in the workplace, which is a fundamental step in addressing gender-based violence more generally in society. Presiding Officer, as Gail Ross outlined with her statistics, violence against women is perpetrated at epidemic levels. 3 million women each year in the UK experience violence, and many more live with past experiences of abuse. It's a violation of women's human rights, and it's an enduring social problem that really should not exist in 2019. It affects all aspects of women's lives, and the workplace is no exception. So it's vital that employers understand the impact of gender-based violence on women so that they can support women better at work and can help them access the support services that they need. The economic cost of violence against women in the UK is estimated to be £40 billion, and this includes the cost to public services and the lost economic output of affected women. Domestic abuse is estimated to cost the UK £16 billion, which includes an estimated £1.9 billion loss due to decreased productivity, administrative difficulties and from unplanned time off and lost wages, etc. But for me, it's about much more than money. It's about the degradation of women and the abuse of their human rights to be treated with respect. 1 in 5 women in Scotland experience domestic abuse in their lifetime, and 3/4 of women are targeted at work. Presiding Officer, that's shocking. Perpetrators of domestic abuse and stalking often use workplace resources such as phones and emails to threaten and harass and abuse their current or former partners or even strangers. And studies have shown that the emerging practice of co-working or hot desking leaves women with no protection against predators. And this is something that must be addressed urgently, with clear guidelines applying to those using and those renting the workspace. Research on experiences of sexual harassment at work is likely to be affected by underreporting, because most women don't report it because of a fear of being blamed and possibly a lack of confidence in the complaints procedure. But as Gail Ross said, women report sexual harassment as having a hugely negative impact on their mental health, making them less confident at work and inducing them to avoid certain situations so that they don't come into contact with the perpetrator. And this severely affects women's chances for progression at work. And the gender pay gap is exacerbated by this, not to mention their own financial situation and confidence. So Equally Safe at Work will support councils to develop an increased capacity for addressing these inequalities and better support female employees who've experienced gender-based violence. And as Gail says, it provides employers with a framework that provides evidence-based advice, guidance and best practice. Presiding Officer, I believe this is a good initiative and will play a vital part in protecting women in the workplace. I also hope it can be rolled out to as many workplaces as possible so that they can learn from good practice, because women must be protected in the workplace. Thank you.